Hey everybody, thank you for joining me once again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Timur'S Lash, a legendary hand cannon that is available during the monthly Iron Banner event in Destiny. During the January event, you can buy the Timur'S Lash from Lord Saladin once you've hit rank 5 in Iron Banner reputation. You can also be rewarded with it upon completing each round of Iron Banner. I picked up an attack level 300 Timur'S Lash in the second Iron Banner event back in November. You may remember in my Timur'S Lash reforging video that I was going to do a review. I tried to hold true to my promise, but my original Timur's review was not up to the standard I wanted, so I didn't release it. In this video I'm going to be drawing from some of the pros and cons I observed in that video and answering the important question: is Timur'S Lash worth the grind? I'm going to be basing my opinions on the attack level 300 version because at the time of writing my original review it was before the level cap was increased to 331, so the scaling and comparisons remain the same. Once I have a 331 version of Timur'S Lash, I will update you with my findings on that. So let's take a look at those stats. At the time of making this video, Timur'S Lash has the highest impact and range for any hand cannon in the game post the Dark Below DLC release. The impact is 94, with the closest set of hand cannons coming in behind it at 81. These include Hawkmoon, TFW PKY 1969, Fatebringer and the Devil You Know. Timur'S Lash has a range of 48, which puts it ahead of Fatebringer at 40, and the closest trio of hand cannons behind that are Hawkmoon, Lord High Fixer and Thorn at 38. With a reload of 29, this is the slowest reloading hand cannon out of all of the hand cannons currently in the game. Coupled with a low magazine size of 7 rounds, every shot fired needs to find its target. This is made a little bit harder by a stability of 15, which is the lowest for its class. To sum this gun up, I would say treat it like a sniper rifle, in that you want to take time to line up your shots and make every one count. You'll also want to think about what you have equipped as your special weapon, because you're going to rely on that in the heat of battle when your mag is empty and you don't have time to endure the long reload. Now for the perks that I've got in this particular piece, we have Zen Moment for the first spot, lightweight, flared magwell and explosive rounds for this tree, and third eye for this spot here. Now onto my opinions for this gun. I've got to say I had high hopes for this when this particular roll came up from reforging. I imagined a hand cannon with a power touching on the realms of a sniper rifle. What I got out of it was a hand cannon that was a joy to use in PvE and a little bit clunky to use in PvP. Saying that, there are some workarounds to make Timur'S Lash work for you in Crucible and Iron Banner. During PvE, I found that most low rank enemies such as dregs, thralls, goblins and legionaries could be taken out with one shot, even if their level was in the upper 20s. For mid-rank enemies such as vandals, acolytes, knights, hobgoblins and centurions, it takes anything between 2 and 5 shots, depending on their level and whether you land headshots or not. I very rarely bother to use Timur'S Lash for higher ranking enemies or for boss fights because one magazine would not get the job done. Instead, I would switch out to my special or heavy weapons. The fun factor for this gun comes from its one-shot kill capability against lower ranking enemies and a range extending way beyond anything that you would expect from a hand cannon right now. I didn't get too bothered by the long reload speed during PvE because it's very rare that being caught in a long reload animation is a matter of life and death. For PvP, however, it's a different story. The areas where the Timur'S Lash underperforms really come to the forefront when using this gun in PvP. It is vital that you aim for headshots to make every round in the small magazine count. With a low stability of 15, it requires an incredible amount of precision to keep this hand cannon on target. A fusion rifle or shotgun will be your best fallback for those close quarters situations because with a low rate of fire of 15, it's not going to be able to go toe to toe with assault rifles and other CQB weapons. You want to play Timur'S Lash at medium to long range to get the most out of it. It is not a run and gun kind of weapon. You'll want to make cover your friend and avoid any 2-on-1 firefights. On this particular piece, the third eye perk helped with anticipating enemy movement when aiming down sight, and I used map knowledge to bait enemies into medium range. You can take enemies out with 2 headshots or 3 body shots. I had the most success with his weapon when using the Hunter Gunslinger class, particularly using the Gunslinger's trance to steady the violent recoil. As long as you land one headshot, any follow-up shots become much easier, and taking out 2 or 3 enemies in quick succession becomes more manageable. I would recommend the Timur'S Lash to anyone that is a fan of high impact, low fire rate hand cannons, secondarily to PvP players who perhaps use shotguns or fusion rifles over their primary weapons, and you're looking for a precision weapon to switch to when you're caught outside of your effective range. Upon reflection, I realised that the Timur'S Lash is the perfect kind of weapon to come from Iron Banner, a game mode where raw power matters but skill still triumphs overall. The Timur'S Lash is not a gun that you can easily pick up and play with, but if you invest your time into it and learn its niche, then it is a very potent weapon. If you've enjoyed this video, then please rate, comment and subscribe. I really appreciate all of your support. We recently hit 100 subscribers. That is incredible. Thank you all so much for getting me this far. It's been fun hanging out, Guardians. I'll see you in the next video. This is CLARKSIDE signing out.